that you know who we are, and that you can always reach out to us and use us as a resource. So more than anything, we wanted this to be a networking opportunity for you to get to know us a little bit, and feel comfortable reaching out to us as you have any need that may arise. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you to your state relations team. And as I call your name, if you don't mind, just kind of give a wave so people can put a face with the name. I know in this virtual setting, it's kind of odd doing introductions this way, but I'm going to begin in the Northeast with Miss Laura Bovitz and her counterpart, Brenda Pruitt. Moving on to the North Central, Sarah Moss and Marie Wetzel. From the Western region, Lacey Taylor and Megan Brittingham. There you go, Megan. I like to see the excitement this morning. And then from the Southern region, my home region, we've got Janine Sutter, Jeffrey Burke, and then myself, Carolyn Tyler. And I'll turn it back over to Laura.
Okay, thank you. Hopefully we'll all get a chance to know each other a little bit better as the rest of the year goes on, and hopefully we'll be in person sometime soon. But I want to start by introducing our current president of NAE4H-YDP. See how good I can say that quickly now. I'm very impressed. Suzanne Bort. So we're going to turn it over to her.
Hi guys, it's great to see so many different faces and so many different states, and I just saw we have someone from Alaska. That's really cool. So I'm sure it's probably as cold there as any place else across the country, but it's hard to say. Maybe we can have everybody put in the chat what temperature it is in your neck of the woods today. I have a very short PowerPoint just to use to give you some reference. I will share it with you now. Okay, so as you all know, last year we adopted our new logo, which really emphasizes our positive youth development professionals and what we're really truly all about. Our membership, currently we have 2,852 active members, with 1,009 lifetime members and 2 student members. So you can see that we are very blessed with a lot of folks across the country from all different states and places that we probably would like to visit. But we get a really nice rounded group of individuals that can share lots of ideas with us. Our partners that we really work with closely are our National 4-H Council, Cooperative Extension, our Program Leaders Working Group, and USDA and NIFA. So all of these are very vital partners for us, and we have made a great effort this year to try and communicate more often than just when we have our conference, so that they can see that we have great ideas and we want them to tell us how we can make those ideas come to fruition. As you all know, 2021 is our 75th anniversary, and we're really excited because it's an opportunity for us to try some new programs and also to bring in our life members, which we sometimes forget about, you know, and these are people that are just like you and I. One day we hope that we're all going to be life members, and we want to make sure that what our history is all about is something important to all of us, and that we want to share those things that have happened in the past. So our 75th anniversary is really working hard, our committee, to bring in a lot of our history through the Pulse and through different professional development opportunities. With our 75th anniversary, we have set a goal that we would like to offer 75 professional development opportunities to our membership. And this is part of our professional development, our programs, marketing and outreach, membership services, and state relations working groups. So it's not just one group providing all these opportunities, it's really our entire membership providing all sorts of things for all of us to be part of. I was just looking at our website, and there's 2 opportunities that are coming up this month. One is on February 17th, Navigating New Learning Platforms, and one is February 26th with our Feel Good Fridays on Parenting in the Pandemic. So there's always something that we're offering, and I'd like for you as a state officer that if you are providing professional development to your association members, I hope you will relay that information to your state relations directors so that they can share that with us and we can include it in our 75 opportunities. One really great positive youth development opportunity will be coming up in May when our virtual 4-H, a virtual 4-H PYD Academy will take place. And the registration will be $100, and the registration is not out yet, but there will only be 1,000 seats available for this virtual opportunity. So I would encourage you, as soon as it comes out, I believe it will be March 1st, that if you're interested, it will be a fantastic opportunity to help with helping youth thrive. It's a little bit different format than we've seen before, and Mary Arnold, who is our Positive Youth Development appointee, is heading this up, so I think it will be another great opportunity, and we are working closely with them to make sure that all of our ideas can be somehow shared during this opportunity. And of course, we're very excited about our 75th anniversary conference that we will be having in Memphis, Tennessee. And as you all know, it's Pick 4-H, it's music to inspire. So we hope that you will be able to join us either virtually or in person. And finally, I just want to say thank you, because each and every one of you, I'm sure, is working harder than you've ever worked before, doing things that you never thought you would have to do, and learn a lot of new ways to do old things. So it's funny, somebody said to me the other day, well, has this pandemic changed 4-H? I'm like, that's an understatement for all of us. Because it certainly, I mean, I've been around for 23 years, and I have to say that the last year I did things I never did in my whole 22 years before that. You know, so even some of us old folks had to learn new technology and try new things. So I really do appreciate all that you do, and as officers in your association, you can make a huge difference by really inspiring your members to participate in proposals, in awards, and really be part of all the opportunities that we have available to them. So thank you all, and Laura, it's all yours now.
Okay, well, I am going to turn it over now to Kaya Harries, our immediate past president, and she is going to give us a quick overview on the organizational structure of the association, which for a lot of us, no matter how long we've been in the association, it still can be confusing.
Thank you, Laura. It's great to join everybody, and I'm very excited to see your energy and excitement about serving as a state officer and learning from our state relations team. Kudos to this team for their great work in being creative and thinking outside the box as well. I'm sharing my screen with you, and it shows a picture of our current board structure. Can I get a thumbs up if you see it? Perfect. I always worry. My technology is sometimes distracted. So we've had an adjustment in how we're moving forward with our board structure. And so I just want to give you a preface of how we're moving forward. This will take effect in the next year, but it's really how we've started to think in how we operate. So just to let you know that the president, the past president, and the president-elect serve as the President's Council with the guidance of our executive director, Jim, who's on screen today, and the rest of the Capitol Hill management team that serves us in other ways. The associate director, we have a finance director, and the conference director. So we have a fabulous team that helps keep all of this organized, documented, all of that. The next item in yellow serves as our Vice President's Council. So we have our Vice President of Finance and Operations, our Vice President of Member Services. We're moving to the VP of Professional Development and Education. Right now it's just professional development. We're going to transition that a little bit differently. We have our State Relations Chair serving with the regional directors, And then the newest one is the Vice President of Conference and Events. And that's really moving toward this concept of the association is hosting the conference moving forward, not relying on the state model that we've had in the past. States are still our partners, but the association is taking the financial risk and the program component that in the past we relied very heavily on our states for. You can see under each of these vice presidents, there are team members. And so our finance and operations VP works really closely with policy and resolutions. All of the bylaws, all of that falls together with our finance and operations. Our vice president of member services works very closely with our member recognition chair and our life member chair, as well as working with our awards and all of those, the committees underneath each of those as well. So very important folks. Our archivist has fit in that category, again, thinking about our services. Our professional development and education is where we see our research evaluation and that important component represented, serving our professional development committee and our educational programs. In the past, some of those pieces have been really focused on working groups. We're really trying to elevate those pieces as part of our professional development moving forward. Our state relations team is our 9 RDs. You will see that the Southern region has 3 and everyone else has 2. That's my challenge out there for all of you. That's based on membership in the South. So if you're wanting to have an additional RD from your region, it's about membership and increasing that membership. And then our conference and events vice president really focuses on the conference itself. And then our Hall of Fame committee is also part of that event. There are 2 very large things that we do. And then you'll see the blue box is our working groups. And if you remember ever seeing the flow chart before, it listed out all of those working groups. And today we've chosen not to name them because they change based on the needs of our association, the different work commitments that people have. But those also have a very strong connection to each of the different committees, depending on, or the working groups and the VPs, based on the kind of work they're doing. You might see camp related to research and evaluation today, and you might see camp really connected to conferences or events, just based on different things that they might be highlighting and elevating. And then you'll notice across the bottom, we have several liaisons and appointed positions. And so we work very closely with National 4-H Council, the Program Leaders Working Group, USDA and NIFA. We have a really strong liaison to the journals, both the Journal of Youth Development and the Journal of Extension. We make appointments to the PILD Planning Committee, so the Public Issues Leadership Group. We also then work very closely with organizational stewardship, so recruiting, looking for future members of the National Board. So I'm going to put that plug in. If you're thinking about it and you have an interest, let us know. We don't want to have to beat the bushes. We'd rather have you volunteer or express your interest instead of twisting your arm. And then I also referenced that we have an archivist who works really closely also with all of our VPs. So really wanting you to just understand who represents you. All of those represented in green have a vote at the table as a member of the Board of Trustees. And then we take input from all of our partners as we make decisions and think about the impact on the association. If you have questions about those, you can throw them in the chat, but I will throw it back to Laura just to keep the group moving. But I do welcome feedback or comments or questions if you have those at any point in time.
I was muted, sorry about that. Thank you, Kaya. I think there was one question, but it was answered. If you have any other questions, keep putting them in the chat and then Kaya can answer them. 2 quick things. We're going to break up into breakout rooms right now, and hopefully you all got the message of what the 4 breakout rooms are, so you could divide up among your state to choose which one you wanted to attend. And they're going to be about 15 to 20 minutes, and we just will have a closing thing after that. So in the interest of the virtual world that drives us crazy. If we end before 1 o'clock, we'll end before 1 o'clock. We're not going to drag this out. But one thing I did want to say is for those of you attending the JSEP conference this week, the one time that 4-H gets to get together is the very end of the conference on Friday, the last thing. And I know it's a Friday, and I know for those of us more toward the eastern side of the country, it's a little bit later in the day. So the first part of it will be all of 4-H together, a phenomenal presentation. Don't miss it. We know it'll be great. And then you'll be meeting in your regions. So we decided that since it's a Friday and it's the last thing, if you would like to turn it into a happy hour with your beverage of choice, you can do that because it's 5 o'clock somewhere, because it will be 5 o'clock in the East Coast. So on the West Coast, you can use our time if you would like to. So we're just really trying to encourage people to stay through the end of the conference, because that's when the 4-H component comes in, and it'll be very engaging and fun, and we promise. So I'm going to turn it over to Lacey now, who's going to explain the breakout sessions, and then hopefully they will pop up somehow. Thank you, Jim.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Laura. I was very excited that you explained the breakouts. So if you guys have any questions, please, we will help you make sure that you end up in the right spots. So we have 4 different breakouts. Like Laura said, we'll have about 15 minutes in each of those. The state engagement and membership breakout is how to be successful in recruiting members and keep your state membership engaged and involved. This will be led by Alicia Targonsky, and if I butchered that, please forgive me. She is from Maine, and then Carolyn, one of our Southern Region RDs. The second breakout is National Professional Development Opportunities, led by Steve McKinley, our Vice President of Professional Development, and Brenda, our Northeast RD. Third breakout, getting involved through NAE 4-H YDP working groups. Learn how to make your membership and the association work for your state members by getting involved in the mini association working groups. This will be led by 2 of our RDs, Jeffrey from the Southern region and Laura from the Northeast. Our last breakout will be fundraising ideas. Learn how to raise funds for your state association and share ideas with other state officers. This will be led by 2 RDs, Megan from the Western and Sarah from North Central. So thank you all. We look forward to what your feedback is when you get back.
Are we going to launch those now? Okay, I didn't know if I was supposed to say something. Okay, so just go into the breakout rooms and join one.
Work with you. Please don't forget that you can schedule a visit from your regional directors. We would love to see you in any way, shape, or form, whether it's on Zoom or in other formats. Please just reach out to one of the RDs and we can work on scheduling. And we look forward to seeing all of you again soon. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, everyone.